So what I'm making today are twice baked potatoes because they're one of my kids' favorite meals. So this is one of those family friendly meals. You know, if you're trying to eat better and you're trying to feed your family a little better. But what I'm going to focus on today is how to sneak vegetables into the food. And this is the sneakiest. So I did these. We were going to have baked potatoes for some reason, and whenever you make baked potatoes in the oven, you might as well make twice as much, and then you can have twice baked potatoes a few days later. So these potatoes, these four, have been sitting in the fridge for a couple of days waiting for me to do something with them. And so what I did, I'm doing two things at once. The first thing I did is I cut the top off of the potato. I don't recommend cutting them in half because then I think, spill more. I think if you just cut a thin layer of the top off your potato, it stays together better. Because then I'm gonna have four potato skins that I'm gonna put toppings on at the same time. And these potato skins I will make them and I'll put them away, and then they're great for lunches later in the week. I'll just put them in a lunch. So you probably know this. The first thing you do is you dig out your potatoes, and you have to be careful because you do want to leave some potato in there, but only just enough. And I'm going to make these in a mixer. You could do these and you could mash them by hand, or you could use a hand mixer. But I use a KitchenAid mixer for everything. Okay. There we go. There we go. So you can see I've got, it's as much as possible taken out. Really, I could take out a little bit more, but I'd left some potato in there for some structure. But the person eating, if you've had twice baked potatoes before, you know that you want all the potato should be mixed with all the flavorings. That's what makes them really good. Okay, so now here's my trick. Obviously, you know how to fill these and do stuff, but here's my trick. When I make this, I make it usually when I have leftover vegetables. And the vegetables I like are the cruciferous vegetables. I like cooked cauliflower, broccoli, cooked green cabbage. I'll put cooked kale in there sometimes. You can also put herbs, chives, whatever you want, but this is a way to get vegetables in here. And if you want to be the ultimate sneaky mom, use cauliflower. And this, I just steamed this just a few minutes ago. This is steamed cauliflower, so it's soft as the potato. And what it's going to do here is it's going to add zero taste. It's going to make the texture nicer and creamier because that's what steamed cauliflower does. And it's going to add all the nutrition of cruciferous vegetables. So I don't know if I've done this right, but I think I have about like 2 parts cauliflower to 3 parts potato, probably. Maybe it's more like 1 to 3, something like that. And now we're gonna flavor it. So this has no salt, and you really need salt. And I'm gonna put some ham and cheese in there too, but you need extra salt. And one of my flavor cheats that I like for a lot of things is I'll use this Marigold brand Swiss vegetable bouillon. And this is a nutritional yeast product. So if you don't tolerate nutritional yeast, just don't use this. But I use this when I'm making like tuna salad, chicken salad, egg salad, and I need something that I need it to be salty and just a little more umami. I get it powdered. I love it. So I'm gonna put, you gotta ballpark this because you'll have to taste it. I'm gonna put probably a full teaspoon or a teaspoon and a half in there so it's nice and salty. Again, you could just use regular salt for that. And then we need this to be liquidy, and I'm going to use whole milk, but you can use almond milk. You can use another kind of milk, some kind of liquid to make it liquidy. And I'm going to go easy on that. And then I want to add extra fat, and you can use some kind of combination butter, yogurt. I'm going to use a lot of sour cream because that's good. And I don't think I'm going to use butter. I think I can get what I want out of just sour cream and milk. A lot. So I think I probably added like a half a cup of sour cream to this. So 4 potatoes in this mixture. And then I've got cheese grated. I'm adding ham. You don't have to do this, but if I had some leftover bacon, so I want to flavor this. I want it to be good. I had baked a ham a while back, and then I sliced it up and I put ham back. You can see what I took it from. You know, I'll put slices of ham in like a Ziploc bag and freeze it. So I pulled one of these out, and I actually didn't even thaw that all the way out, and I cubed some ham that I'll put in there because that'll be good. And I think that's it. This is what I'm going to mix up. Where's my beater? So for those, my friends who are in England, if you make bubble and squeak, you know what bubble and squeak is, of course. If you have leftover mashed potatoes and leftover boiled cabbage, you would mix those together and fry the patties, right? And it's delish, and you serve that with eggs or sausage for breakfast the next day. This is kind of like, so when I lived in the UK, I remembered people using leftover mashed potatoes and making bubble and squeak, and it tasted great, and I still make that. But this is basically bubble and squeak meets twice baked potatoes. So you get all that flavor, and and all the nutrition of the cruciferous vegetables mixed in your potatoes. My potatoes are looking really chunky. You have to beat it for a while. I think my cauliflower wasn't cooked. I think I need to cook your cauliflower until it's really soft. And then also your potatoes. My potatoes are really cold. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to take this out when it's the right consistency, fill these up, put cheese on top and paprika, and I'll show you. So this is what I'm going to do. This actually beat the ham to death too. So I'm filling these up. There's no evidence of green vegetables. And of course you would fill these all so they're roughly equal. And I wouldn't put toppings on them until they're all filled so you can even things out, but you get the picture. Yeah, so I've just filled that up with its stuffing, and then you're going to put cheese on it. Press the cheese on. And remember, I put a fair bit of salt in that, and then I mixed up all the ham in there, and the ham has salt, that bouillon powder has salt, and the cheese has salt, so that should be good. If I were you, I'd also taste it. Like, I would eat this and see if it tastes good. And the reason I'm not doing it is I'm actually fasting today, so I'm not going to eat it. That's it. And the final ingredient is paprika. Just the Hungarian paprika, not the Spanish smoked paprika. You put a little bit of that on top. I like this. If you have diners in your family who would see that red thing sprinkled off and be put off, then don't add it. But I think it's nice. And so this is it. And then I would bake these just like you use regular, just like you bake the usual twice baked potatoes. Bake them at, what do you bake it at? Like 375 for like 45 minutes? Something like that. We'll look that up and I'll put it in the comments because I'll have to look it up too. But that's it. So like the next time you do a roast dinner or anything that you're going to be, you think you might put cabbage in. I love cooking cabbage with a roast. Don't be afraid of making extra cruciferous vegetables cooked or throwing in a couple of extra baked potatoes and setting them aside, because this could be a light dinner. Obviously I would want to put a little more protein with this. So we have leftover chicken that I'm going to serve with that. But this and a salad, or maybe some hard-boiled eggs, or like, you know how you can make a really hearty salad, like an Italian chopped salad, or salad with lots of egg and avocado and anyways, you get my picture. Kind of higher protein salad with one of these could make a light dinner or lunch, and your children will eat the vegetables and they'll be happy about it. All right, leave me a comment and let me know if you made this and some other ideas of things you might put in your twice baked potatoes. Thanks for watching.